there. Welcome to Oopsie Doodles. This is fuck. Did I mess it up?
No, you're just like really milling it in. Hey, we're gonna draw today.
uh,
Skylar, what are we
we're
drawing?
drawing Stardew Valley, our favorite Stardew Valley. Oh my god, Stardew Valley characters.
Each other's favorite Stardew Valley
Yes.
characters, and I deliberately pushed that on you because I wanted to see what you would do. I'm so terribly sorry. I'm a bad friend. Yes, we are going to be drawing each other's favorite Stardew Valley characters. We have another series on the channel where we are playing Stardew Valley, and we've kind of talked about who our favorite characters are. So I'm going to be drawing Abigail from Stardew Valley in my own style, and Skylar is going to be drawing Harvey from Stardew Valley in her style. Yep, words.
my Skylar.
Her Skylar. That's her name. I hope that you can put your own twist on Harvey as well, because as much as I love him, he's not extravagant.
Yeah, that's true. He's just a dude with a mustache.
Yeah, a beautiful man.
So who's going first?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you that. You've been going first these past few episodes. You want me to take the lead?
Yeah, sure.
I will just draw her head box, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what they say, but I just didn't know how to end that sentence.
Okay.
So she's like facing this way, but she's looking the other way. Welcome to How I Draw, because I'm going to be sketching this out first. I have watched a lot of people draw on the internet, and either they've been doing it for years, and like they just understand how anatomy works without having to use crosses and stuff, but I do not. I have to sketch it out first.
I've never gone into like crosses, but I'm also a traditional artist. I don't know if that makes a difference.
I do it on traditional art too. I gotta put another layer on there so I can like start to refine these. I just try to like really define the face shape and stuff on a sketch layer before I do it officially. She doesn't have ears.
I'm sure she does.
She does, but it's just they're covered. But I don't know what it is with like me, but I have to draw ears. Like they have to be in the photo or the picture.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I'm like that. Her hair's like wee.
Yeah. Every single time it's a struggle between her and it's Abigail and Haley for me. Every now and then I'm like, maybe Emily, but
Emily's such a fun character, but like there's just something about her that I'm like, you're fun to be friends with, but I don't want to marry you.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel really bad saying that, because if anyone's like quirky like her, like don't get offended that like someone doesn't like you. It's literally just Emily.
Yeah. She's also easier to befriend since she's always at the bar.
That's like how Shane's easy to befriend, because you always know where he's at too.
Mm-hmm.
I hate.
And he likes those peppers.
And beer and pizza. Like, he has, like, really easy stuff. It's hard to give people things they love when, like, I'm trying to think. I think it's, like, Pierre, and he loves, like, really fancy dishes. It's like, can you like something else, please?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to...
Haley's not too bad either. You just have to grow sunflowers.
Hyper-focused.
Yeah, you are. I was like, should I say something?
Just like epic music.
Just admire your masterwork.
Yeah, I apologize for how like sketchy it is too. I'm really like a really sketchy artist. Like it's hard for me to make like defined little details without just sketching it.
Yeah, mine is even worse because sometimes my sketches, I used to have really, really dark sketches. And so you'd see it over the painting, and that drove me insane. So don't feel bad.
Oh yeah, I I just got a new sketchbook, and it's one of those ones where, like, once you draw on it, it's there forever. And, like,
Mm-hmm.
so I have to draw really lightly.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, like, unless I'm, like, going in lining artwork on, like, Photoshop with, like, what is that called? It's, like, the stability feature on, like, it's gonna look sketchy.
Yeah. Maybe maybe I should check out my stability. I have no idea. Oh, I think I got rid of
um,
that box. Oh well.
it, yeah, it's
It'd be like
definitely,
that.
as much as, like, I hate Photoshop for a plethora of reasons, it has the best features, and I use
Yep.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it seems like a lot of art programs that are the best programs know that they're the best, and therefore they just rip you off completely because they
Oh
know they
yeah.
can. And that's definitely where I put Adobe and Apple.
Yep.
Oops,
Yep.
I didn't want to do that.
Exactly. Those eyes are
Yeah,
looking nice.
thanks. I'm working on them so hard.
Yeah.
I think in my art specifically, like, I take so much time on the eyes that, like, it really makes them pop. And, like, that's why
Mm-hmm.
I try to really spend a lot of time on them, because if I don't, then, like, nothing else matters.
Yeah, I've noticed that your eyes are always um super cool in your art. Like I'm immediately drawn to them every single time.
Yeah, so it's like I've tried to change my art style when it comes to the eyes, and I'm always like, nope, I can't do that because then there's nothing to look at, because there's only my eyes to look at. Let's get those
Yeah.
eyebrows in there. I always give people Instagram eyebrows. You
I
get
do
chunky,
too.
blocky
It
eyebrows.
looks nice. It looks nice. But maybe we're also stuck in like 2015, but it looks nice.
Definitely am. My peak prime was when eyebrows were thick.
Oh
That's
yeah.
just the only time I remember.
Man, I
I'm gonna
used to
change
have
her
really
nose.
thick eyebrows because I didn't wax them or shave them or nothing, and so they were just like giant caterpillars on my face.
I absolutely love them. I love big eyebrows. Ben has beautiful thick eyebrows, and his dad makes fun of him all the time. He's like, "You should go get your eyebrows waxed," and I'm like, "Don't you touch his eyebrows!" Like going
Don't you dare.
Gollum. Give her that little anime
Yeah,
nose.
got that enemy.
Could you imagine if I put her lips where they are in the background?
Mm.
It's so funny because I always make a sketch layer with the face I have in mind, but like I never put stuff where they're supposed to go when it comes to the sketch layer. She does have like cute little lips.
Yeah, she is very adorable.
She is so cute. She is such a cutie. And she's got like round little cheeks.
Hmm. I swear I mentioned this in the
Oh, do
playthrough
do
before, but
do.
because I dated her in the past, she's always like flirtatious to me, even if I didn't marry her. She's
Yeah.
always like, what if we grew on the farm? What if I helped you with the farm?
What if we
Yeah, what
kiss?
if we kiss?
I love the Game Grumps. They're so funny.
Yeah,
I
they're
realize
great.
that I quote them even in like my regular day life, so I always feel bad when we stream and I quote them, and I'm like, oh, I forgot that that's not something that I say. Just feels like that because I say it all the time. Um,
They're gonna be like, that's our joke. That's our joke. You're
right.
stealing our joke.
I always think it's funny. I hear a lot of people quote other YouTubers, and then they're like, don't get mad at me. I mean, didn't mean to. And it's like, I'm pretty sure the only one who actually care are the fans of those YouTubers,
Yeah.
and not the actual YouTubers.
Oh yeah. That game rooms have like
um,
millions of subscribers. Like, come on.
we're nothing right now, so us quoting another thing doesn't really matter too much. Curly hair is my enemy.
Yeah.
Her hair's like only curly at the bottom.
She's looking so cute. That's funny because I Yeah.
I can draw like really curly
Yeah.
and like really wavy.
It's funny because like it's like the only hair type that I can draw sometimes.
These like little curls that she has are totally messing me up. Because they don't, that's not how hair works. She's got tentacles.
Hmm.
Not that I draw hair super realistically,
Yeah.
but I tend to try to stick towards a more realistic approach when it comes to how things sit and lay.
Hmm.
She's not naked. I remember in high school, like, I would draw the character like this and then, like, put their clothes on afterwards. Everyone, every single person. Is she naked?
Oh
Are
my
you drawing
god.
naked ladies? No,
Which is
actually.
which is
Mind your own
funny
business,
because like
maybe.
I would never draw a naked person in high school, but I definitely did outside of high school.
I definitely do now. Like, if someone would be like, are you
Yeah.
drawing a naked lady? I'd be like, fuck yeah, I am.
Yeah, yeah.
Very pretty naked lady. In fact, I
Yeah.
actually find it really easy to know where the clothes go on a person when you do draw their anatomy very
Hmm.
precisely. Um,
And that's why a lot of times those live drawings classes are offered if you're an art major.
yeah, it's still life is super important. I used to hate it, and I was like, why does this matter? But it's not necessarily to help you draw realistically. It's just to help you draw to know where things go and like how the
Yeah.
anatomy works and stuff like that. And that's why a lot of art majors in other places they might want you to take biology classes and stuff like that too so that they know that you know how everything works in like animals and people and stuff.
Oh man. If you had to take an anatomy class, and like a biology anatomy class for art, I bless your soul. It's such a hard class.
I was thinking more like sometimes they do like beginner classes. I don't even know. Not like a hardcore shit
Oh,
like
okay,
you do.
gotcha.
Like Jesus.
I was like,
I know her shirt doesn't
yeah,
actually go this low, but I made it this low, so I'm giving her some titties.
nice.
This is how I draw every character. I think that that's pretty much done.
Oh,
I mean, I could
that
shade
looks really
it.
nice. She looks so cute, man. My wife.
My wife.
My
I did make
wife.
her eyes are like really big, and I don't actually usually make eyes this big, but I think she looks really pretty.
Yeah.
Just doing a little
Yeah.
bit of shading because I have to shade. I hate that I actually do this. Like, I never like how it looks, but I always
Like
do it.
shading like that?
Yeah, I always do crosshatch shading. I hate that I do this, but I always do because it makes me feel better. It's like an OCD compulsion or
I
something.
honestly like it.
That's good.
Yeah, like I like if you're doing like a sketch, it looks nice. Makes it look complete.
I think it looks messy. Oh well. Alright. I'll finish eventually. Okay. Just do this here too. This is how you can tell that I seriously do have legitimate OCD, where I'm like, okay, I'll finish. Never mind. Like, I have to do this. Like, it's like
Yeah.
I just, it's there, and I have to. Alright. I'm gonna create a new layer, and then you can draw Harvey.
I'm just gonna draw his little copy your idea.
Yeah, that's fine. We have like a little D&D Discord, and they post so much shit in that Discord. It's constantly going off.
Well, because there's so many people now.
It's just Ian. Like Ian and John just like blow the memes page up. At first it was really funny, but now that when we're recording, it picks up every time I get a notification
Like
on
that though.
Discord.
Yeah, they've been
I haven't even noticed how many times it's gone
yeah.
off, but I'm sure it's been multiple. Did you guys hear that plane in the background?
Sometimes there's a really loud plane, and I'm like, why do I never notice this? This is so obnoxious.
Welcome to Utah. It sounds like that everywhere.
Oh yeah, they're like,
Because it's constant. Well, we live right next to an airport, plus we live right next to an Air Force base. Though when my family from Ohio comes down to Utah, they notice every single plane.
Oh no.
I just, oh my gosh. That was, I think, the first time they visited, and they were just not expecting how loud it is to be here.
Oh, bless their hearts. It is a very loud state.
Yeah, I mean, especially places we live where we're always next to construction, or that we're next to the plains, or we're next to the military
Yeah.
base, or we're next to a big road, so there's constant sirens. People think that, like, New York and stuff, when they think of, like,
Hmm.
a loud state, they don't think of rural Utah.
Butthole nowhere,
Yeah.
USA.
And if you go further in or out of the city areas, it obviously gets quieter. But with this base and the
Hmm.
like the train tracks and stuff like that, or that are next to my house, it's so loud all the time.
Oh yeah.
I also live next to the freeway that they've been
Yep.
doing construction for, I don't know, 2 years now.
Yep. Yeah, it's been last it never ends, honestly.
That everyone says that Utah should change its colors to traffic cone orange because
Yeah,
that's all you see when you go to Utah.
exactly. It is. Like it's growing on me because like I honestly think that I can't sleep if it's really quiet because it drives me insane. So
And
it
I do have a fan on to do that too, so I know what you mean.
yeah. And I also live right next to a lot of farms. So I hear cows mooing all night long.
We used to live next to this farm that had roosters and goats.
Oh
And
man.
so you would constantly hear like the cockadoodle doos and then
Mhm.
like the
It's honestly charming. I like it.
I don't know if I could go back to living next to animals like that. Especially because now the people that moved into that place have even more goats. They don't have any chickens, but they have
Oh.
like 6 dogs and just like 100 goats. And it smells really bad.
Oh man, yeah. I bet.
My parents built the house to have like really thick walls because they put like a movie theater and stuff in there, and so I don't think it ever bothered me as a kid, but if I had this house and lived next to those animals, I'd hear them
Oh yeah.
constantly.
I know it would kind
Cuz
of drive you nuts.
I can hear the neighbor close the door. Like
Yeah. Kind of kind of crazy too because like in my first house in Utah, I would hear if it was windy, you would hear it rattle the entire house. And when I moved over here, it's just I think the structure is nicer or something. I don't know
probably newer.
because I cannot hear it. Yeah,
But also like
kind of crazy how that works.
in my old house, which is my parents' house, there was this tree that was in front of the window that was my room. And so when it was windy, it would
Mm.
smack the window. And so
Oh yeah,
now
that drives me
it's
nuts.
almost, um, what's the right word? Like a melody to me. Like it's really actually relaxing.
Oh really?
Like to think of that branch hitting my window. And so when it gets windy here and I don't hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that I am an adult and moved out and have my own house now. I don't have a tree anymore. It's so
Yeah.
strange.
There's a lot of moments where I'm like, you remember this part of your house, right? And like I have dreams about it, despite the fact that I haven't been in that house and it has to have been 7 years now.
I lived in this house for almost 4 years, and I have never once dreamt of it.
Oh yeah.
I only dream of the house I grew up in and my grandma's house, my grandma's old house.
That's interesting. Yeah. I wonder if there's like a part of us that's like, this is a home, you know?
Yeah, it's so strange too because I've heard a lot of people say they don't have dreams where they're on their phone,
Oh.
but I do. And I wonder if it just depends on what you interact with for long periods of time. Because I remember my house so distinctly, but every time I have a dream about it, it's always before my parents renovated it.
Oh,
And I
interesting.
think I remember those parts so distinctly because my mom did daycare, and that meant that I was in the house constantly. As for when I got older and they renovated it, I had a job and I was at school all day, and when it was summertime, I was either working or at someone else's house, and so I don't have as many memories
Hmm.
in that renovated house as much as I did when it wasn't renovated. That was a weird way to say that sentence, but I was starting running out of air, and I was like, finish the sentence. I need to breathe.
Yeah. On the topic of dreams, I had some weird dreams last
Yeah,
night.
you were telling me you had nightmares.
Yeah, they were like very strange nightmares, and I think it's because like I'm fairly certain it's because I had tried meat for the first time in like a year, because I'm usually on a vegetarian diet.
Mm-hmm.
It was so weird. I had a dream where like I was at work and I was in the chemistry aisle and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sleep on all of the chemicals. That sounds like a good idea. And I slept on the chemicals and like my coworker was like, bro, there's a leak. And I felt so sick and I woke up and I still felt sick. And I was like, I hate this.
Your brain was trying to figure out why you felt so
Yeah.
shitty.
But it was funny because I was like,
That's funny.
you know, I can be really stupid in a chemistry lab. I don't know why I have this job. And then I dreamed about being even worse.
That does remind me of my brother came down to visit, and
Mm-hmm.
I think he had alcohol for the first time in a really long time, or something like that. And the whole next day, he was so sick.
Oh man, no.
Jeez, it would have been had more than 3 years ago because I was in high school. I haven't been in high school for 4 years or five
Mm-hmm.
years. How old am I? I don't remember, but I just remember playing Dragon Age Inquisition really, really loudly so I didn't have to hear him vomiting.
Oh no.
The next day we went to school and I was like up and ready and went to school super early because he was still super sick. I was like,
Oh.
I can't be in the house right now because I used to have the phobia of vomit.
Oh yeah, I definitely have that still. Oh my God.
So yeah, I was like, I can't listen to it. I can't hear it. Like it didn't go downstairs. I don't think I ate dinner that day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Definitely I definitely have that shit and it's the worst because I'm like my brain is like, you don't feel so good and I'm like, am I gonna vomit? Oh no, oh no, oh no, you know?
Ben used to kind of have that same thing, and he would never get sick. But then when he was going through a lot of his treatment, he would get sick
Mm-hmm.
often, and it wasn't even like, oh, I feel nauseous, I'm gonna throw up. It was just like he would stand there and cough and then just vomit.
Oh.
And, he was so sick that I would just, be like, okay, sit down, I'll clean it up. And just ever since then, it doesn't phase me anymore.
Oh yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
I feel really bad when anyone throws up because that shit sucks, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that I no longer am like,
You don't have that
I
phobia
can't be near
anymore.
you, I'm
Yeah,
gonna throw up.
that's good. Sorry, I'm
Especially is good because my dog throws up often too, and
oh
like,
yeah.
I have to clean it up.
That reminds me. I remember my dog like ate super fast like on um for his dinner and we were both eating dinner at the dinner table and he threw up and I was like, "Oh, I need to go by the sink. I need to go by the sink."
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your
Yeah, I
drawing right
realized I was
now.
drawing like
Yeah, it
lopsided.
looked like he had
It's probably because my laptop was
it, at
anyway.
first when you didn't have this part connected, it looked like he had a growth like coming out of his cheek. It's actually really
Oh
common to
no.
draw lopsided. That's why I highly recommend flipping the canvas like in between your drawings
Yeah,
because you'll notice like how much you actually draw lopsided.
I really noticed it because I think I messed up on my what was it? My positioning of my laptop. Like it was a little tilted, and so now the whole drawing is a little lopsided.
Yeah, the
But
second you
oh
look
well.
away and you look back, you're like, "Oh damn."
Yep.
Yeah, it's I watched I think it was the Drawfee show. I think they did a challenge where you look at something right side up and you draw it upside down and then they flipped it and they were like, "Wow, everyone's like leaning like crazy." I don't know why our brains do that where they always want you to draw slanted. Like it's just what our brains do.
Yeah. It's very strange. Yeah, for sure.
I wonder if it has something to do with because how we perceive images. Like, isn't it something like you perceive them upside down and then your body flips it right side up?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like if you like wore glasses that let you see like upside down within a week, your brain would fix that image.
And
So it's
put it right
very
side up.
interesting. Yep.
That always like makes me think though. So is everything actually upside down?
I don't think so. Like
Like in
I think our
reality?
brain probably like our eyeballs probably evolved from more primitive state, and our brains were like, you know what, that doesn't look right. Let's take control
So our
here.
brains just do it. Not okay. So we don't actually see things upside down.
Oh no.
Our brain just flips them upside down and then it flips them right back up.
Like I don't know. I'm no neurologist, but I definitely think that that's what's going on.
I always look to you when I am like, Skylar, this is a smart thing. Can you tell me? Cause you're got a degree.
I almost have a degree. I'm like 3 classes away from it.
You have an associate's.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
don't even
true.
have that. You gotta take math. Oh, he got stray runaway hair. I realize now, after seeing your drawing of Harvey, and looking directly at the drawing you made of Mario of me, they look similar.
I mean, they have big bushy eyebrows, and I always like envision their eyes to be like gentle big eyes, you know? So
They're gentle big boys.
gentle big boys.
Yeah. I only envision Mario the way that the Game Grumps envision him, which is like this really perverted fat plumber. So
Which is
like,
funny. I always envision him as like a gentle boy. A gentleman.
because I think his name is Charles Martinet. I think that's his voice actor. I follow him on Twitter, and like he's a super cool,
Oh
gentle
yeah.
dude. But like, I guess I just see Mario in things that I used to watch of the Game Grumps a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
where they're like, "Oh fuck you!" and stuff. That was really loud. Gonna have to fix that. Um, but yeah, so that's how I see him instead of like this gentle person. It's just really aggressive.
Yeah. It's funny that we both envision that differently.
I love this drawing, by the way. He
Oh,
looks
thank
so
you.
freaking cute.
Appreciate it. It's very, very sketchy, but I don't know how to really fix it.
It's it's hard to draw like straight lines on this. I think it's because I've noticed like if I have the pen pressure or so not the pen pressure, the pen size bigger, that it tends to help make like a smoother line.
Yeah.
But then you put less details in it and I'm like, do I want to sacrifice details or smoothness?
Yeah, exactly. You have to choose. But that's just me with digital art in general.
Yeah, I definitely am finding new ways to ink things and sketch things. And so my digital art tends to be more clean, but it's because I go back and I line them and I'm like super zoomed in.
Yeah. I never have the patience for that. You want to know why? I think I um don't do digital art often.
It's because it takes forever.
Well, it takes forever, but like here's the thing. I don't do a lot of paintings either. And I think the reason why is because since 2014, I've just been like, I have to finish an entire sketchbook front and back so that it's like a journal. And so I'm like, that is my main art priority for the past
I
7 years.
I really want to do that though. I have this new sketchbook. I showed you the cover of it. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
suitable for YouTube though, so
really
I won't
cool.
post it. I am trying to draw like pictures in all of it. I'm trying to ink all of them at least,
Mm-hmm.
even if they're like just studies. And so like I have an entire page that's just dedicated to like hands and feet and
That's
their
cool.
sketches, but I ink them anyways.
That's really neat.
But the cover of this book is so neat that I'm like, I need to make this a cool journal that like people can look through and be like, look at this professional who makes professional art all the time.
Well, it's hard to do that in a
And then they
sketchbook
will go to my YouTube channel.
because it's really hard to do that in the sketchbook because like there's a lot of pages in a lot of my sketchbooks where I'm like, ooh, that doesn't look good. But I mean, that's what happens when you draw on a thing every day. All right. I'm glad you
It's
think he's
very
cute.
adorable.
I want to add
It's
him.
so cute. I love this. I'm gonna save it and color it.
Oh, thank you. You know, we need to
It's
do
so cute.
an art trade again, like an art collab. 'Cause I really
Yeah.
love that.
This is. I feel a little bad because this is kind of like a long episode of us just like talking to each other, but I really like the drawings that we made.
Hmm.
And these are so cute.
I'm
Let's
having a lot
see.
of fun. Can you
Oh,
tell?
she's almost.
I'm almost
Well,
there.
this program is weird, so I don't know if I don't. I'm gonna just cut everything. There we go. There, those are our two cuties.
Yeah.
You made Harvey a lot bigger than I made Abigail, but I'm sure he probably is taller than her.
This is cute. This
Well,
is
I think
fun.
that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining us. This was more of a mellow little playthrough, but I guess kind of Stardew Valley is already like that anyways.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later, alligator.
In a while, crocodile.
Yay!